What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into the Biz with D on My Fierce Flings Radio with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Wayne, and we've got our girl, Anita Wilson, back on with us. How you doing, Anita?
Real good, real good. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks so much for coming back. We definitely appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
No doubt. So, I mean, it's our New Year's show, so we had to have you. And we wanted to, first of all, say congratulations. You got nominated for a Grammy for your album, Vintage Worship. That's phenomenal. Congrats.
So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God continues to blow my mind. I'm really excited about that. So, thank you. I appreciate you, babe.
No doubt. And how does it feel to be, nominated for a Grammy with that album? Because, I mean, if you weren't nominated for a Grammy with that album, I'd be calling the Grammy. People would be like, hello, we need to slip Anita back in here. Come on.
I love it. It's a really rewarding feeling, already. I don't know what will happen in February at the Grammys, but already I really do feel very rewarded, because I worked really hard on this album. We talked about that before. Blood, sweat, and tears, honey. We just really, really worked hard, and I stretched myself and kind of just really put our best foot forward. So I'm really excited that people have connected with it. And, the Grammys are voted on by your peers, so for the category to begin with hundreds of people being considered, and for them to kind of dig into all of the nominees, all of those people being considered, and for me to be one of the 5 final nominees, it's amazing, very humbling.
Absolutely. And who else is in that nominated in that category with you?
You know what? I don't know if I know all of them. I know Ricky Dillard, of course. Ricky Dillard, Erica Campbell for Help. And
wow.
I want to say the Walls Group, and there's one more that escapes me right now. I'm sorry, I don't have the full answer to that question. I can't think of the fifth.
A lot of great, gospel albums nominated for your category. I mean, you mentioned Erica Campbell. I mean, those were the best albums in gospel this year.
Yeah, and it's always hard. It's hard because a lot of great albums did come out this year, so I don't envy the people that have to, kind of dwindle the category on down, because it really does get difficult to choose. So it's just a blessing to be among so many amazing artists. I'm looking forward to just enjoying my second trip to the Grammys. God is great.
Absolutely. And now also, what's good, you're part of the Motown Christmas album, too.
I am. Motown hasn't released Christmas music in almost 40 years. We hear the Temptations' Silent Night every year, and all the great songs that came from that album. So it's such a pleasure to be a part of this Motown Christmas album. It's really cool because it's not only the gospel artists for Motown Gospel, but it's the mainstream Motown artists and all of the different labels that are under the Universal umbrella. So, you got Babyface and Toni Braxton and Neo and Kim, myself. I did a song with Gregory Porter, who's a jazz artist, and it's a really cool rendition of Go Tell It on the Mountain, and we threw a little Ain't No Mountain High Enough in there in the spirit of Motown, of course. So it turned out really good. I'm happy to be a part of Motown Christmas.
Absolutely. And collaborating with Gregory, who is a phenomenal jazz artist, like you mentioned. How was it, collaborating with him?
Lots of fun. I was, sometimes with those things you have to record separately and in different cities and all that. I was really happy that Gregory and I were able to do our song at the same time. We recorded it in New York. And of course, Aaron Lindsay produced this album, so we were all there. His energy was great. Gregory's energy was great, and it was really a fun process to create with him, for us to kind of make this song our own, and put our own little nuances in it and make it creative. So it was a great process.
I know that's right. And I only can imagine that process being, so incredible because you all are talented musicians in yourself, so I could imagine that session probably was a lot of fun, too.
It was. Thank you so much. Yeah, it really was.
No doubt. So going into 2015, of course, Grammy nomination. What can we expect? Like any new singles? What do you have planned for the new year?
Well, of course, I just released my video for my current single, Keep Doing What You're Doing. So we're going to continue to push that single and spread the word. You know, sometimes when projects release, you get a lot of promotion maybe a month or two after it's released, and then it kind of fizzles out. But I'm always committed to not doing that. So I'll continue to promote Vintage Worship throughout next year as well. We already have a number of dates that are already scheduled. And my team and I, we're kind of discussing and exploring some other avenues to use my voice with voice work, and maybe some things in fashion that we may explore the possibilities of kind of dabbling in that a little bit. And so much is going on in the world right now. I definitely want to consider ways to spread positive energy and be a positive light, positive influence. You know, as of course we all know, there's a lot going on in the world that has people feeling a lot of different emotions and a lot of different things. So, you know, we're exploring opportunities to spread positive energy in that way too. So you got to stay tuned. You know, I don't want to say anything that may not come to pass, but we are kind of exploring all of those possibilities.
Absolutely, and that's phenomenal. You just got to keep it up like you're doing, because you're doing great and you are positive. I mean, I get positive energy from listening to your music, from looking at your tweets. I'm like, go ahead, Anita, doing the damn thing, and just, you know, really being able to, no problem, like being able to really spread the word of God and being able to, you know, be true to yourself and, you know, for everybody out there.
Yeah. You know, it's important for me my favorite part of this journey is just being authentically me, and I'm grateful that people connect to that. You know, it's always humbling for me, every piece of the journey. I never get used to the support. I love interacting with people. I love social media. You know, you have a few idiots on there that think that they can say whatever they want sometimes, so I have to kind of let people know, don't do that. You know, you have to remain respectful, but I do really enjoy staying connected to my supporters and people who are new to my music. You know, it's a really cool tool. So yeah, positive energy is very important.
Definitely. And Anita, I definitely want to ask before I let you go. Ledisi, you guys have been doing a couple shows together. Could you see doing a record with Ledisi in the future?
I would absolutely be open to doing a record with Ledisi. We actually just did the first show this past Sunday in Houston, and it turned out really, really good. A number of people have expressed interest in that show coming to their city or to their church, or you know, so we're kind of exploring that as well, because Led and I were talking about how our energy mixes very well, you know, so it's important when you do shows and people, like you, to your question, doing music with people, it's important that, you know, your vibe matches. You know, you don't want to have a weird sound or a weird vibe like that. Don't match at all. You know, you definitely don't want that. But we were speaking about how it was seamless, and the show on Sunday turned out really good. So we're kind of thinking about the idea of doing some more shows next year. And she and I released an album this year. She's Grammy nominated, so huge congratulations to Ledisi as well. You know, we won't be doing our album probably until, you know, maybe later in 2015 we will be ready to record to release in 2016. But I would definitely be open to that, because she's an angel.
Definitely. And I was like, man, I wish that show was in Philadelphia or New York so I can go to that. So I definitely have to make sure. I was like, dang it, Houston.
Yeah, hopefully we move it around. A lot of people kind of said that same thing, so it's cool that the interest is there. And you never know, we may be able to make some of that happen next year. We'll keep our fingers crossed. For
sure. Well, Anita, thanks so much for, you know, quickly, you know, catching up with us and allowing us to catch up with you to find out, you know, what you've been doing since the last time we talked. And, you know, we really, you know, thank you for coming on the show this year and be a part of, you know, our history for 2014. We appreciate it.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you and your support. It's always really, really dope talking to you, and your support really does mean a lot. So whenever I can be of assistance to you, please let me know, and we'll definitely keep you posted on everything that's going on with me. We gotta connect at some point when I'm in the Philly area. Hopefully we'll see each other sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely. It's coming next year for sure. We just we won't even worry about it. We'll see each other.
Yep, absolutely. I look forward to it.
Me too. Well, Anita, thanks so much again. You have a great rest of the evening, and have a happy New Year, and continue to do amazing things.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. You take care.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.